I'm 680 News Senior Business Editor Mike Eppel. Canada's biggest bank reported today the biggest ever annual profit. The Royal Bank saw annual earnings for 2018 of $12.5 billion, $3.3 billion of that coming in the fourth quarter alone. The bank saying it is benefiting from rising interest rates, which is adding some dollars to its mortgage portfolio, and its U.S. operations benefiting from Trump tax cuts that were put into effect earlier this year. RBC has seen some volatility in the global economy because of trade and other issues that are going on right now. Nevertheless, it is confident about the go-forward guidance on its earnings. Says it has added 1,000 frontline staffers to its business as well, and lots of investment in technology for RBC customers. Now, the big bank also put out its forecast for 2019 and economic projections, and it, along with many others, are now starting to point to potential slowdown in Canadian economic growth for 2019. And perhaps that's why the Canadian dollar has all of a sudden fallen to a 5-month low. A lot of people thinking that the Bank of Canada will not be able to be as aggressive as it maybe wanted to be with raising interest rates because of what's going on in the oil market, with the Alberta economy certainly struggling under the weight of falling oil prices. Then you've got, added to the mix, well, what's going on in the Ontario manufacturing space and the GM announcement earlier this week about the pending shutdown of GM Oshawa and all the ripple effect that's having through the parts supply chain. Huge change in ownership coming for Canadian small and medium-sized businesses over the next decade. The CFIB, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, is projecting that 75% of all small business owners will be looking to change ownership, either giving it to family or selling their business over the next decade. Dan Kelly is the president of the CFIB.
3/4 of small business owners are planning to exit their business within the next 10 years, and half are looking to exit within the next 5 years. This is a massive transfer of small and medium-sized firms from one generation to the next, and we really need to make sure in Canada that we get this right. If we don't, there's a whole bunch of businesses and as a result of that, a whole bunch of jobs that could be put in jeopardy.
Because of the amount of money we're talking about, upwards of $15 billion, the CFIB is recommending that small business operators get the plans for succession in place early. They're also looking for the federal government to raise what's known as the lifetime capital gains exemption threshold to $1 million for small and medium-sized businesses when it comes to inheritance and business transfers. And if you think we're getting a break at the pumps right now in Canada because of the falling price for oil, in the United States, we're looking at some of the lowest gas prices in years. Texas has the lowest posted prices per gallon, down to $1.69. 19 U.S. states have prices below $2 a gallon. And economists say that this is a huge boon for consumers, specifically with the holidays. With prices this low, that is saving consumers $125 million on reduced gas prices, which could be money spent elsewhere in the economy. From the 680 newsroom, I'm Mike Eppel for City News.